Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Help on the Way podcast, where we will be featuring March 23rd, 1974, at the Cow Palace in Daly City, California. Before we get into that, I wanted to introduce myself. I'm your host for the evening, Fig. I am not here with the game because the game is away slot car racing, and I'm not here with Knob because Knob is fighting the law, and the law, hopefully, is not winning. However, I am here to tell you some Channel 6 news. So Channel 6, the big news this week is that Meetup at the Movies was announced. This is going to be really cool this year, something special for the 60th anniversary of the band. Between August 14th and August 17th, you can head down to your local cinema or IMAX, I should say, and see the Grateful Dead movie. The Grateful Dead movie, for those who don't know, is a really cool piece of animation and also live dead that the band released, I believe, in 1977. It was a show recorded in October 1974, however. Kind of an interesting show at the Winterland Ballroom there in San Francisco, where Mickey Hart came back from his hiatus only for the band to kind of do their farewell run. Something I thought was interesting about the Grateful Dead movie I didn't realize is that Jerry Garcia has a co-directorial spot on it, which I think is kind of cool. And as a bonus, theater goers can watch a full production and the exclusive cinematic premiere of The China Rider from that same, from sometime in October 1974, from one of those Winterland shows, shown in IMAX glory. I think it's going to be really cool. I cannot wait to do this. I just got to get my tickets. So go ahead and go to meetupatthemovies.com and secure your tickets. Should be a really cool time. Okay, on to our weekly show. Once again, this is March 23rd, 1974. Better known as Dick's Picks 24. Better known as the sound test for the Wall of Sound. So this was a nearly complete wall of sound, and the first time that they were testing it out. Also, some other firsts in this show. This is the first Cassidy and the first Scarlet. Man, I wish my friends were here to talk about this show of firsts. Oh, the other cool thing is that in March 25th, so 2 days after this March 23rd show, the Dead would begin recording the Mars Hotel album. All right, so let's get into the first set. Starts with the U.S. Blues, Promised Land into Brown-Eyed Women, Mexicali Blues, we get a Tennessee Jed, Black-Throated Wind, that first Scarlet, like I said, Beat It On Down the Line, Roses, El Paso, Into a Deal, Cassidy, China Rider, and then a full and complete weather report suite, including the Prelude, Part 1, and Let It Grow. So here are my thoughts on that fabulous set one. U.S. Blues, interesting to hear the different instruments drop in, just kind of the way it was recorded. I guess they were getting patched in one at a time. Phil and Bobby come in during the second stanza of the verse, so you can only kind of hear a little bit of Jerry, and I think the piano starts first as well. Promised Land, Bobby's mic is just very compressed, and this is something that I've always felt when I listen to Wall of Sound shows, and I wish Nob were here so we could have a discussion about the Wall of Sound and what that was, and maybe why they compressed the vocals so much. I just really heard that a lot on Promised Land, actually throughout this whole show. It is one of the main issues I have with the Wall of Sound era, is just the compressed vocals. The instruments do sound great, though. However, the vocals sound like they're being delivered through a tube. The instruments also have great separation. All right, Brown-Eyed Women. Nice bouncy backbeat to this one. Slow and understated Brown-Eyed Women. I have BTW. Oh, Black-Throated Wind. Nothing for that. Scarlet. Okay. I really wish the intro was about 30 minutes longer. It had this kind of organic feel where all the instruments were kind of doing their own thing, and by the sum of their parts making a complete whole, which is really cool to hear. I wish it was about 30 minutes longer. Nice to hear Bobby doing his thing out of the left ear. So definitely check that out. Jerry was trying to figure out what to do for the solos, which was kind of interesting. And Keith kind of noodles on the outro phrase, but they never really got there for like the nice hooky outro that you get from the Scarlet. So beat on down the line, we get 7 beats to intro that song. Donna Jean and Bobby can't really harmonize with those condensed vocals. I wonder if they were hearing the same thing. This was kind of a jokey version of the song. They were kind of just like joking back and forth to each other on the mic. At one point, I think Bobby said, "No, you won't." Maybe it was Phil. I think it was Phil. All right, Deal. Really excellent stuff on that Deal. Cassidy. Okay, this is the first Cassidy. And before the first You and Me Cassidy, Phil does this really, really cool flourish to the word Cassidy, just really elevating that section there. I'm really glad they took out the CSNY doo-doo-doo-doos for the Cry of the Seabirds part. And similar to the Scarlet Jam portion, similar to Scarlet, just the jam portion was kind of a failure for liftoff. Some nice tinkling from Keith at the end there. Now let's get into some tried and true Dead here. We have China Rider. Jerry kind of whispers the China. It's kind of interesting. He didn't really sing it as much as whisper it. Some really sweet jamming in the middle section here. Nice full band swells, mostly due to interplay between Jerry and Phil. Rider had a nice 4 on the floor rocking version. Lots of bendy notes by Jerry. All right, Weather Report Suite. So I love the Weather Report Suite. It's one of my favorite things that the Dead do. It's so proggy and delicious. What I was really liking about this Weather Report Suite was Jerry was just in his slide guitar glory. Now, Bobby came out with a beautiful chord progression and was really well played by Bobby too, but man, does Jerry's tasteful slides just bring it to a whole other level. I also like Keith's Rhodes in this one. It's a nice tone there. Really interesting tonal composition that we get in Weather Report Suite. Again, though, Bobby's vocal tone is just way too compressed. I'd be interested to hear more about that. I wonder if folks can write in and tell me what was going on with the Wall of Sound era and the compressed vocals. Phil was adding some nice emphasis, and Billy's snare is really the conductor on this one. Leather Grow section is really cool too, with some excellent dramatic and cinematic playing from the band, especially Jerry. Bobby then announces that the band will take a short break. All right, we come in with set 2. Set 2 starts with playing in the band. Oh, this is like a huge playing sandwich. Get playing in the band, Uncle John's band, Morning Dew, back into Uncle John's band, back into playing. I think there was actually a playing snuck in there as well. Then we get a Ship of Fools. We get a Big River, Ramble on Rose. Me and my uncle, Bertha, Round and Around. Wharf Rat into Sugar Mags. Casey Jones into an encore of Saturday Night. Man, I don't remember that Casey Jones at all. Maybe it didn't make its way into the Dix Picks. Let me just take a quick look here. Yeah, Casey Jones was not in that Dix Picks. That's interesting. I wonder why. Maybe just time issues with the 2-disc format. All right, so here's my quick thoughts on set 2. We start with playing in the band. Oh, this one's kind of fun just because it's a false start. It leads into some really interesting, witty playing as things just kind of break down. Bobby says, there it is. 1,000 pardon, folks. And we get into the full playing with a nice exploratory jam. Bobby and Jerry playing very like-minded passages. Kind of mind melding there. Leading into a somewhat forced transition into Uncle John's band. I actually like the harmonies on this one. They were pretty tight. And it leads us into another playing, which meanders its way into a very organic version of Morning Dew. Phil bombs galore. Phil bombs and double stops aplenty, I write, as Phil plays counterpoint to Jerry's mournful but super powerful vocals. Some dulcet piano tinklings from Keith Godshaw add color to a very soft and sensitive, I guess it doesn't matter anyway section. The action and dynamics rise again, but we end up somehow back into Uncle John's band to end things with some more tense jamming. We get into a playing, rate the Donna Scream I wrote. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. This is a very good Donna Scream. We got into Big River, fun, but I think just a bit unnecessary. I kind of wanted to see the show kind of wind down. Like, we already did our big suite. We already did our dirge with Morning Dew. I was really expecting things to kind of wind down, but there's another by about half hour of the show here. Bertha, a kind of a middling tempo. Again, unnecessary. I think they kind of blew their wad here with everything that I said. I don't know why they continued with Wharf Rat, which actually did sound pretty good. But again, it's another dirge, another slow one. Sugar Mags, and they just kind of kept going. So that is set 2. And let's talk about our superlative sections here. Would this make my Book of the Dead? This is a very good show. I think the Weather Report Suite would. That one really grabbed me. I found myself gravitating to that one and listening to that one a lot. But besides being a book of firsts, not really my Book of the Dead, just kind of an interesting artifact from March of 1974. All right, which set? I'm going to go with set 1 because I do want to show you all that weather report suite. That thing was just gorgeous. And the Mother Trucker, a lot of Phil talk. And I think I've been on a Phil kick lately. So there it is. Okay, Reddit comment. I will try to read this as much as I can here. This is from user JWG3. And he provided us with the liner notes from Dick's Picks. Well, he says it's 25. I believe it's Dick's Picks 24. Little typo there. And it's about the sound test from one Owsley Bear Stanley, who on December 15th of 01 writes, "The Wall of Sound was a staging design devised at a time the band wanted to move to large venues and not have to rely on renting extra PA gear from local sound companies to do it. I told them before we began I was sure it could be done. The technology was available, but I was also sure they would not like it once they were locked into using it. We set up the various instrument speakers in high columns across the back of the stage with a central large full-range vocal cluster and a second small cluster for the piano. It was the first successful use of line arrays in a large-scale sound reproduction. All of our lines were mounted tightly together as a single unbroken wall. Modern line arrays, although popular at the moment, do not work like this system did because they are hung in isolation as two single separated multi-element line arrays. This arrangement will not radiate a cylindrical wave. Our only multi-element arrays were multiple line clusters. The wall was just that, a radiating wall. The entire surface was working, the lines and clusters combining to produce a kind of sound no modern system can duplicate. We developed a differential vocal mic using a pair of Bruel and Kayar instrumentation microphones. This mic design caused a loss of low frequencies in the voice, but it did limit spill quite nicely." Well, that's interesting. There's the answer to my question. And maybe why I see it as so condensed and almost alien sounding. There's just that low frequencies that aren't there. Back to Bear. Further development of the differential design might have eliminated the low frequency loss. Each musician had control of the levels of his instrument, and each could adjust their own vocal level. It was a system which needed no sound man. I had a lot of help in realizing the system. Ron Wickersham, John Curl, John Meyer, who was the McCune Sound at the time, and Bob Matthews, Dan Healy, and virtually everyone in the crew had some part in constructing this monster. Sparky Risine built the large vocal cluster cabinet of wood, and I built the smaller piano cluster of honeycomb. Interesting. That was arguably the best large venue system for amplified music ever built. It required a small army of workers to handle it. We had 3 complete staging rigs and crews. One was being town down, and one was being erected. I guess he means torn down, and one was being erected, and one was in use at any given time during the tour. Cheers, Bear, December 15th, 2001. All right, so we learned about the Wall of Sound on the first time that it was used here in March 23rd, 1974. All right, our next show, we'll be fast forwarding to spring of 91. Really good set here. This is from the Rex Foundation benefit. However, no Bruce Hornsby. Looks like a good show. Pretty much what you'd expect. We do get another China Rider and Screaming Bertha to start. Looking forward to that one. All right, so to wrap things up, I want you all to smash that subscribe button, like and share with all your Grateful Dead loving friends and family. You can find us at our website, which is helponthewaypod.podbean.com. You can email us at helponthewaypod@gmail.com. We are on the interwebs at reddit.com/r/Grateful Dead. We're stickied right there at the top. And we are on YouTube at youtube.com/@helponthewaypod. And Knob's always doing her thing on Blueski. Check us out. Just search for us. All right, and that's it. So please stay tuned. After I'm done talking, we will be airing set 1 of March 23rd, 1974 for myself and for Knob and Fig, who could not, well, I should say Knob and Gabe, who could not be here. We want to thank you for listening to another episode of the Help on the Way podcast.
blue suede shoes. I'm Uncle Sam. How do you do? 55, still alive. Ain't no luck. Learn to duck. Check my pulse. It don't change. 72. Come shine or rain. Wave the flag. Pop the bag. Skin the boat. Skin the goat. Wave that flag. Wave it wide and high. Left my home in Norfolk, Virginia, California on my mind. Straddled that Greyhound road it passed, Raleigh on across Carolina. Stopped in Charlotte, bypassed Rockland, we never was a minute late. And he was 90 miles out of Atlanta by sundown, rolling across Georgia State. Well, for the trouble it turned into a struggle halfway across Alabama. Bound broke down and left us all stranded in downtown Birmingham. Well, straight up above me through the train, taking right across Mississippi claim. And I was on that midnight flyer out of Birmingham, smoking into New Orleans. Now somebody else begging out of Louisiana just doesn't get to Houston town. There's people there who care a little about me and they won't let the poor boy down. Well, sure the phone man bought me a silk suit with luggage in my hand. And I woke up high over Albuquerque on the jet to the promised land. Working on the T-bone steak on a carpet, flying over to the Golden State. When the pilot goes to sin 13 minutes, we be headed in the terminal gate. Swing a little sweet chariot, come down easy, just into the terminal zone. Catch your engines, cool your wings, and let me make it to the telephone. Los Angeles, give me Norfolk, Virginia time, water boy 1009. Tell the folks back home this is a promise, I ain't gonna let the poor boys on the line. Thank you. All of the days when the odds fall down, take up the yoke and plow the fields round. All of the days when the ladies said please, gently Jack Jones, won't you come to me? Brown-eyed women and red grenadine, the bottle was dusty but the liquor was clean. Sound of the thunder with the rain pouring down, and it looks like the old man's getting old. 1920 when he stepped to the bar, drank to the dregs of the whiskey jar. 1930 when the wall caved in, paved his way, selling red
with the rain pouring down, and it looks like the old man's getting on.
Laid back in an old saloon with a Paso in my hand, watching flies and children on the street. And I catch a glimpse of black-eyed girls who giggle when I smile. That little boy that wants to shine my feet. And it's 3 days ride from Bakersfield, and I don't know why I came. I guess I came to keep from paying dues. So instead I got a bottle and a girl that's just 14, and an empty case of the Mexicali Blues. Yeah, yeah. Is there anything a man don't stand to lose? When the devil wants to take it all away, cherish what he thoughts, he's like good on your booze. Just thinking and drinking out all I have today. ancient town. I didn't know his dayline ran from town. She had raven hair, a ruffled dress, a necklace made of gold, all the French perfume you'd care to smell. She took me up into her room and whispered in my ear, "Won't my friend do anything you choose?" Now I'm paying for those happy hours I spent there in her arms, in a lifetime's worth of the Mexicali Blues. Yeah, is there anything a man don't stand to lose? When the devil wants to take it all away, cherish well your thoughts, keep it tight, good funny food. Just thinking and drinking are all I have today. Then a man rode into town and somebody was the law. Billie Jean was waiting when he came. She told me he would take her if I didn't use my gun. I'd have no one but myself to blame. I went down to the dusty street, blood was on my mind. I guess that stranger hadn't heard the news, 'cause I shot first and killed him, Lord, he didn't even draw. And now I spend my lifetime running with the Mexicali Blues. Yeah, is there anything a man don't stand to lose? When he lets a woman hold him in her hands, you just might find yourself out there on horseback in the dark, just riding and running across those desert sands. Yeah.
Golden shackles, ball and chain. Listen to the whistle of the evening train. Know you bound to wind up dead. You don't head back to Tennessee dead. Rich man, step on my poor head. When you get back, you better butter my bread. Well, you know, people, it's like I said, you better head back to Tennessee dead. Tennessee, Tennessee, there ain't no place I'd rather be. Baby, won't you carry me back to Tennessee? Go play rock all night. Law come to get you if you don't walk right. Catch a few weeks, baby, down under the bed. Then you head back to Tennessee. Jump on flights and cracked my spine.
northern wind keeps on pouring in. Well, it's words of a lie, all must be true. Our mother American from the line. I turn around, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, I'm going back home, that's what I'm gonna do. Turn around, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, Lord, I'm going back home, that's what I'm gonna do. Well, you don't better about me than I've done by you. So, oh, Lord, and I'm drowning in you. Oh, Lord, and I'm drowning in you. I'm going back home. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm going back home. That's what I'm gonna do. Lord, you done better about me than I've done by you. So, oh, Lord, I'm drowning in you. Oh, Lord, I'm drowning in you. Oh, Lord, I'm drowning in you. I was walking down Rubber Square. Got a chill to the wind, about a nip to the air. From the other direction, she was calling mine. You could be my illusions, but I might as well try. Might as well try. She had rings on her fingers and bells on her shoes. I knew without asking she was into the blues. She wore scarlet begonias tucked into her curls. I knew right away she was not like other girl, other girl. In the heat of the evening when the music got rough, splash over to cool the blood. As I picked up my pen, was closing the door. I had my love's flashes. I've been there before, been there before. Been on the right, but I've never been wrong. Still, it turns out the way it does in the song. Once in a while, you get shown the light in the strangest of places if you look at it right. And there ain't nothing wrong with the way she moves. All scarlet begonias are a touch of the blues. There's nothing wrong with the way she calls mine.
heart of gold man, heart of gold man. ribbons, ribbons in her long brown hair. I don't know, maybe it was the roses. All I know, I could not leave her there. I don't know, maybe it been the roses. Roses or the ribbons in her long brown hair. I don't know, maybe it was the roses. All I know, I could not leave her there. 10 years the wind blows the ships home from the sea, thinking, well, how it may blow in all good company. If I tell another what your own lips told to me, let me lay neath the roses my eyes no longer see. I don't know, it must have been the roses. The roses or the ribbons in her long brown hair. I don't know, maybe it was the roses. All I know, I could not leave her there. One pane of glass in the window, no one is complaining though. Come in and shut the door. Faded is the crimson from the ribbons that she wore, and it's strange how no one comes round anymore. I don't know, it must have been the roses. The roses or the ribbons in her long brown hair. I don't know, maybe it was the roses. All I know, I could not leave her there. And it laid her head down to the roses. She had ribbons, ribbons, ribbons in her long brown hair. I don't know, maybe it was the roses. All I know, I could not leave her there. I don't know, must have been the roses. The roses or the ribbons in her long brown hair. I don't know, maybe it was the roses. All I know, I could not leave her there.
West Texas wind. Passionate, daring, and drink he was sharing with wicked Felina, the girl that I love. So in anger, I challenged his right for the love of this maiden. I won his hand for the gun that he wore. My challenge was answered in less than a heartbeat, and some young stranger lay dead on the floor. Just for a moment, I stood there in silence, shocked by the foul evil deed I had done. And the thoughts raced through my mind as I stood there. I had one chance, and that was to run. Out through the back door, roses I ran, out where the horses were tied. The good one, he looked like a good one. Up on his back and away I did ride, just as fast as I could from the West Texas town of El Paso, out through the Badlands of New Mexico. But back in El Paso, my life would be worthless. Everything's gone tonight, nothing is left. But I've been so long since I've seen the young maiden. My love is stronger than my fear of death. I saddled up and away I did go, riding alone in the dark. Maybe tomorrow a bullet may fly. Nothing's worse than this pain in my heart. And at last here I am on the hill overlooking El Paso. I can see roses cantina below. My love is strong and it pushes me onward until I go. Off to my left I see 5 mountain cowboys. To my left rider doesn't know. Shouting and shooting, I can't let them catch me. I've got to make it to Rosie's back door. Something is dreadfully wrong, for I feel a deep burning pain in my side. It's getting harder to stay in the saddle. I'm getting weary, unable to ride. But my love for Felina is strong, and I rise where I've fallen. Though I am weary, I can't stop to rest. Now I see the white bubble smoke from the rifle. I feel the bullet go deep in my chest. From out of nowhere, Felina has found me, kissing my cheek as she kneels by my side. Cradled by 2 loving arms that I die for. Little kiss said Felina, good. You can sure tell the ones that won their tickets over the radio.
Since it cost a lot to win and even more to lose, you and me bound to spend some time wondering what to choose. Goes to show you don't ever know. Watch each card you play it slow. Wait till that deal comes down. Don't you let that deal go down, no, no.
silver string. I could tell by the mark he left you were in his dream. Ah, child of countless trees. Ah, child of boundless sea. What you are, what you're meant to be. Speaks his name, though you were born to me. Born to me, Cassidy. Lost now on the country miles in his Cadillac. I can tell by the way you smile, he's rolling back. Gone, wash the nighttime clean. Gone, roll the scorched and green. Pull the horn, tap the tambourine. Close the gap of the dark years in between. You and me, Cassidy. What beating and icy heart. Our heads cold across the coffin card. There he goes, now here he starts. Here Light of the seabird. Scattered like lost words. Wheel to the storm and fly. Fare thee well now. Let your life proceed by its own design. Nothing to tell now. Let the words be yours. I'm done with mine. Fare thee well now. Let your life proceed by its own design. Nothing to tell now. Let your words be yours. I'm done with mine.
Look for a while at the chime. Cat sunflower brown, walking jingle in the midnight sun. But don't go to dribble silver. Come on out like a crazy quilt star down through a dream night wind. colors, crazy golden, straight fit up to a double. He bought a bottle for my man.
Tell me why summers fade and roses die. The answer came, the wind and rain. Golden hills, now veiled in gray. And summer leaves are blown away, and what remains, the wind and rain. And like a desert spring, a lover comes and spreads away. Like a song that's born to soar the sky, blowing to the water so they dry, know it in her songs and stands of time, and seasons will end in tumbled ride, and little change, the wind and rain. And like a desert spray, my lover comes and spreads away, like a song that's born to soar the sky, blowing to the waters all they dry, knowing in her eye. Winter gray and pouring rain, we'll see summer come again. Darkness falls and seasons change. Gonna happen every time. The same old friends, the wind and rain. But we'll see summer by and by. Winter gray and falling rain. Seasons fade and roses die. We'll see summer come again. Just a song born to sail the sky. Darkness falls and seasons change. Gonna happen every time. The same old friends, the wind and rain. Like a song that born to soar the sky. Morning comes, she follows the path to the river shore. in the barley mill, broken ground, open and beckoning to the spring, laughter live again. The plowman as broad as the back of the land he's sowing, as he dances the circular track of the plow, ever knowing that the work of his days measures more than the planting and growing. Let it grow, greatly grow, greatly yield. What shall we say? Shall we call it by name? As well account the angels dancing on a pin, watered bright as the sky from which it came, and the name is on the earth that takes it in. Will I speak but stand inside the rain and listen to the thunder shout, I am, I am, I
dancing on a pin, water bright as the sky from which it came, and the name is on the earth that takes it in. Will not speak but stand inside the rain, and listen to the thunder shout.
We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back in just a few minutes, so everybody hang loose.